Let's get one thing straight from the start. We all have a brain. And just like we all have physical health, we all have mental health. It's not some weird, scary thing that only happens to other people in dark corners. It's part of being a human being, plain and simple. Think of it like the weather inside your head. Sometimes it's sunny, sometimes it's a bit cloudy, and sometimes there's a full-blown thunderstorm raging. Your mental health is simply about how you are feeling on the inside, how you are coping with the ups and downs of this mad thing we call life. It's about your thoughts, your feelings, and your ability to handle whatever comes your way. Now, why does this matter so much? Well, your brain is the boss. It's the control center for everything you do, think, and feel. If your brain isn't feeling its best, then nothing else will either. You can have the fittest body on the planet, but if your mind is struggling, it's like trying to drive a fancy sports car with a flat tire. You won't get very far. Taking care of your mental health is just as important as eating your vegetables or going for a walk. It helps you enjoy your life, have good relationships with other people, and deal with stress when it inevitably pops up. It's the foundation for a happy, healthy existence. For a long time, nobody talked about this stuff. It was all a bit hush-hush. You were supposed to just get on with it, put on a brave face, and pretend everything was fine. But that's like ignoring a broken leg and hoping it will magically heal itself. It doesn't work. We need to start talking about our minds the same way we talk about our bodies. There is no shame in having feelings. There is no shame in admitting you're having a tough time. In fact, it's the bravest thing you can do. We need to make conversations about mental health as normal as chatting about the weather or what you had for dinner. So, let's make a promise to ourselves right now. Let's start treating our mental health with the importance it deserves. It's not a luxury, it's a necessity. It's about looking after the most complex and brilliant machine you will ever own, your brain. When we look after our minds, we are better equipped to handle challenges, to feel joy, and to connect with the world around us. It's the key to not just surviving, but actually thriving. A healthy mind allows you to live your life to the fullest, to be present for the good bits, and to have the strength to get through the not-so-good bits. It's your superpower. That's perfectly normal. Have you ever felt sad for no real reason? Or has your heart ever started beating really fast because you were worried about something? Maybe you felt so stressed out that you just wanted to hide under your duvet and not come out. Welcome to the human club. These feelings, sadness, anxiety, stress, are completely normal. They are like your brain's alarm system. They are trying to tell you something. Sadness might be telling you that you've lost something important. Anxiety might be warning you about a potential danger. Stress is your body's reaction to a challenge. These feelings are not your enemies. They are just messengers. Let's talk about sadness. It's a heavy feeling, isn't it? It can make everything seem gray and difficult. But everyone feels sad sometimes. It's a natural reaction to disappointment or loss. Think of it like a rainy day. You know the sun will come out again eventually, even if it doesn't feel like it at the moment. It's okay to have a rainy day in your mind. The important thing is not to let the rain turn into a permanent storm. Acknowledging that you feel sad is the first step. You don't have to pretend you're a walking, talking ray of sunshine 24/7. That would be exhausting and frankly, a bit weird. And what about that jittery, on-edge feeling we call anxiety? It's your body's built-in alarm, getting you ready for fight or flight. It was very useful when our ancestors had to run away from saber-toothed tigers. Today, our tigers are more likely to be things like a big presentation at work, an exam, or a difficult conversation. A little bit of anxiety can actually be helpful. It can make you more alert and focused. But when that alarm bell won't stop ringing, it can be overwhelming. It's important to remember that feeling anxious doesn't mean you are weak. It just means your alarm system is a bit overactive. Stress is another one of our regular visitors. Life is full of demands, from paying bills to meeting deadlines, to just trying to get the kids to school on time. Stress is how our body and mind respond to all that pressure. It can make you feel tense, irritable, and tired. A little bit of stress can give you a push to get things done, but when you're constantly in a state of high alert, it can really wear you down. The key is to recognize when you're feeling stressed and to understand that it's a normal part of life. You are not failing if you feel stressed. You are simply human. So, what can you do when your mind feels a bit stormy? The good news is, you don't need any fancy equipment or a PhD in neuroscience. You already have a basic mental health toolkit, and you can start using it today. One of the most powerful tools is simply talking. Find someone you trust, a friend, a family member, a partner, and tell them how you're feeling. You don't need them to solve your problems. Just saying the words out loud can make a huge difference. It's like opening a window in a stuffy room. It lets some fresh air in and makes that heavy feeling a little bit lighter. Another brilliant tool is rest, and I don't just mean getting enough sleep at night, although that's incredibly important. I mean giving your brain a proper break during the day. We live in a world that is always on. Our phones are buzzing, the TV is shouting, and there's always something else we should be doing. You need to give your mind some downtime. This could be as simple as sitting quietly for 5 minutes and focusing on your breath, or going for a walk without your phone, or listening to some music. It's about stepping off the hamster wheel for a moment and letting your brain recharge its batteries. Don't forget the power of moving your body. You don't have to run a marathon or become a weightlifting champion. Just a simple walk in the park can work wonders. When you move your body, your brain releases chemicals called endorphins. These are your body's natural mood lifters. They help to reduce stress and make you feel good. Think of it as a little gift you can give to your brain. So, get up, stretch, dance around your living room, or do some gardening. Anything that gets you moving is a fantastic tool for your mental well-being. It helps to clear the cobwebs from your mind. Finally, be kind to yourself. This is a big one. We are often our own harshest critics. We say things to ourselves that we would never dream of saying to a friend. You need to be your own cheerleader. When you're having a tough day, treat yourself with the same compassion you would offer to someone you love. Acknowledge that you are doing your best. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay not to be perfect. Give yourself permission to be human. This simple act of self-compassion is one of the most effective tools you have for building a resilient and healthy mind. Sometimes, using your own toolkit isn't quite enough. Sometimes, the storm in your mind feels too big to handle on your own. And that is absolutely 100% okay. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of incredible strength and courage. It means you recognize that you deserve to feel better, and you are taking a brave step to make that happen. Think about it. If you had a terrible toothache, you would go to a dentist, right? You wouldn't just sit at home hoping it goes away. It's exactly the same with your mental health. There are professionals who are trained to help. Reaching out can feel daunting, I know, but you are not the first person to feel this way, and you certainly won't be the last. Millions of people all over the world experience mental health challenges. You are not broken or faulty. You are part of a very large community. When you ask for help, you are joining that community. You can talk to your doctor, who can guide you to the right support. There are therapists, counselors, and support groups full of people who understand what you're going through because they've been there themselves. You don't have to carry this weight all by yourself. The most important message I want you to take away is this: you are not alone. It can feel incredibly lonely when you are struggling with your thoughts and feelings. It can feel like you are the only person in the world who feels this way. But that is just a trick your mind is playing on you. There are people who care about you and want to help. There are people who have felt exactly as you do now and have found their way through it. Connection is the antidote to shame and isolation. By sharing your story, you not only help yourself, but you also give someone else the courage to share theirs. So, let's make a pact. Let's start looking after our minds as well as we look after our cars or our smartphones. Let's take small steps every day. Some days, a small step might be just getting out of bed. Other days, it might be calling a friend. On a really good day, it might be helping someone else. Let's build a community where it's normal to say, "I'm not okay today." Let's support each other, listen without judging, and remind one another that it's okay to be a bit wobbly sometimes. Because together, we are so much stronger than we are alone. We can do this.